Hello, Combat, and welcome back to another Marvel Snap video. In this video, we're going to do something a little different. It's the day before Spotlight's changes, so we're going to look at Annihilus, see if he's worth your tokens or your cashes, talk about the decks, if he's good, what I'd rate him out of 5, and we'll look at when he's back in the Spotlight so that you can plan to maybe get him if it's a good week. So, Annihilus, very good card in Junk. This would be a perfect free. If this was a 3k cost token card, I'd say get it 100%. Right? I'd probably give it a 3 out of 3.5 out of 5 because it fits in Junk. It also counters Junk. The 3/7 is just a decent stats. I feel like the 5/7, not 3/7. 5/7 is just. 5 slot is just kind of open right now, and I feel like this card can easily slot in. I played him in a good card deck this week. It just feels pretty good. His package right now is Hood and Sentry, right? Which a decent enough cards if you can get rid of the negative side of it, right? Which Annihilus does. It's a very small package. It could go in a lot of decks, right? As you'll see, there's a wide range of decks I'm going to show. So I'd give this 3.5. 6k tokens, I'd say no, unless you're a Junk player. Spotlight, I would say this week, if you're sitting on your Spotlights and you haven't opened them yet, I know it's like the day before he goes, but majority of people who want the card have probably got the card. But in case you're still waiting, or you're thinking down the line, maybe you'll get him. The Spotlights this week, I'd have said open if you don't have X23. That was it. Like, I'm not more aiming for this guy, but getting X23 and Annihilus would be a good week. Because they're both cards that fit into an archetype and make it better. They're not needed. Like, you can play Junk without this. This is kind of like a finisher for Junk, right? And X23 fits into Destroy. You don't need it, but it makes it better. These are like the cards I want to see that make an archetype better, but aren't like needed. Like, you can still play the cards without them, right? And so I would say get it. I believe he's back in Spotlight Caches in January at some point. I think he's in there with Phoenix Force, which isn't great unless she gets a buff by then. It gets a buff, whatever. And a new card. So depending on the new card, and this might be worth picking up. Obviously, January is a long time away. It could be buffs, nerfs, everything. So we'll have a look closer to that. But for now, I would say if this card is worth getting if you don't have something else in Spotlight Caches, but I would not spend 6k on it. Okay, we're just going to look at the decks quickly. First deck is this Good Stuff deck. Pretty straightforward deck. I'm just putting good cards in here. If you need any card replacements for these decks, put it in a comment. I don't want to make the video too long, so I want to keep it nice and short, so I'm not going to go into too much depth on the cards. Anyways, yeah, you're playing good cards. You've got Wolverine, and not Wolverine, a Werewolf, should I say. A lot of little cheap ones, Junk type cards, with good cards like Legion, Alliance, Doom, Iron Lad, Negasonic. Just good cards to follow it up. I love this deck. Okay. I'm going to show them what I'm putting in there, so yeah, it's fine. There you go. Or what I'm putting in here, bro. No, there we go. You can see it. I'm all happy showing you. I have an issue right now. Okay. He might have it after that, though. I'll do this. Should delete whatever he tries to play left, right, and then move it into the middle. Okay. Going down to a tiebreaker over here, alright. And we win. The second deck is like a lockdown junk deck. As you can see, we've got Storm, which is a great card. Like, you storm a lane and you throw a sentry over there if you've got an Annihilus, and well, you throw a sentry on another lane, right? And then the void goes over there. The lane don't have time to fill the lane, and then you can send it over with an Annihilus. You've got Miss Marvel that can reach there. The lockdown comes from Professor X Goliath, right? You lock down a lane with that, and then you've got Goliath if you need to, and Annihilus to send it over. Miss Marvel reaches it, Jeff does. Negasonic is another control type card. Debris, Shang-Chi, you know, it's a pretty solid lockdown deck. Lockdown is kind of all over the meta, so we don't really need to talk about how to play it and stuff like that. You know, only played left. Oh, it's high evil stuff. Hell no. Mate. I was gonna say mate. Do annoying stuff like that. Oh, he doesn't play an armor here. Pretty much what we're hoping for. What could we have done? What different? We could have just played our own sentry. Would have been tied with him. Oh, it would have been a sentry up, right? We could have tied, and we would have been 10 power up to move Jeff over. Red Skull gets punched instead of sentry. That's okay. I'm okay with that. The next deck is a Hawk list. So I pretty much straight away when Werewolf came out, I knew this was the best package for it. Like I said the day after the Werewolf came out that the best package was probably a Dark Hawk. It did incredibly well for me. But now we've added an Annihilus in here, which is insanely good because you like playing cheap cards. You needed like kind of 5. You're missing a 5 in this type of deck. And you've got Werewolf in here, so it's more on reveal. Sorry. And Zabu'd kind of fallen off because you not really running Shang-Chi in that. So it's kind of like you didn't need the Zabu in here, you just Dark Hawk. But now we've got Sentry and Iron Lad in here. Makes Zabu a little bit better. You've got a load of on reveals to make Werewolf and Alive to win it, and Annihilus to send over all the junk. And the it's a little annoying because wait a minute. Wait a minute. He picked up 3 squirrels, right? He picked something else up. I don't know. All comes down to if he's got Loki, right? Loki adds 7 to the left. Was it? But if he has something else, pull a. Yeah, I think he can only add 7 there. Right? I'm not sure. Yeah, I think he can only add 7 there with Loki. Right? Last deck is just a full junk deck. We're just going to give him stuff, right? We've got goblins to give him, we've got debris, we've got Titania, Hood, Absorbing Man for more debris rocks, or you could Annihilus into Absorbing Man, bait him, right? Sentry, stuff like that, Viper to throw stuff over there. It's just full on junk, and a Man Thing come in and hurt a lane. You get fill it with a little junk and put Man Thing in there. You could take Absorbing Man out or Titania out for Luke Cage if you're a little bit worried about how to play with Man Thing. Man Thing's kind of aimed at punishing a full lane. If you're going to give him junk, bam. It can help you lose priority as well, so that you can Annihilus second if they're a junk deck as well, if you play it right. Anyways, that's it for the video. I hope you enjoy it, and don't forget to leave a like, comment, subscribe, all that good stuff, and I'll catch you tomorrow for another video. Peace. Whoa. Who blinks? Who blinks?